Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you're over 60, I want you to listen closely because what I'm about to share with you can literally change the way you move, the way you feel, and the way you live your life. We know that as we get older, one of the biggest struggles we face is joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation. The knees hurt when we get up, the back aches when we try to bend, and even our hands can become swollen and stiff. This isn't just aging, it's inflammation robbing us of our freedom. But here's the exciting part. Nature has given us powerful medicines, seeds that can fight inflammation, lubricate the joints, and help stop pain naturally. These tiny seeds may look small, but they're loaded with essential fatty acids, minerals, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds that your joints are starving for. I want to take a little time with you to really dive into something so many people misunderstand, and that's joint pain after the age of 60. You see, most people are told, oh, you're just getting older. That's why your knees hurt. That's why your hips ache. That's why your hands feel stiff in the morning. But I want you to understand something very important. Pain is not an automatic part of aging. Yes, our bodies change with age, but what most people are really experiencing is the silent destruction of inflammation working behind the scenes day after day, year after year. Inflammation is the body's natural defense mechanism. When you cut yourself or twist your ankle, your body sends blood flow, immune cells, and healing compounds to that area. That's good. That's what we want. But when inflammation lingers too long, when it never shuts off, it turns into chronic inflammation. And this is the kind that damages the very tissues that are supposed to keep us moving. The joints, the cartilage, the ligaments, and even the bone itself begin to suffer. Now let me paint a picture for you. Imagine the hinges on a door. If they're smooth, well-oiled, and properly cared for, that door opens and closes with ease. But if those hinges get rusty, if dirt and debris get in there, every time you try to move that door, it squeaks, it grinds, it feels like it's struggling. That's exactly what's happening inside your joints when chronic inflammation sets in. The fluid that's supposed to keep your joints lubricated gets compromised. The cartilage that cushions your bones starts to wear down faster than it can repair. The tissues around the joint become swollen and tender. And what do you feel? Pain, stiffness, weakness. Here's the heartbreaking truth. So many seniors are convinced this is just the price they have to pay for getting older, but it's not. Joint pain is not a requirement of aging. It's a symptom of inflammation that has been ignored for too long. Now, where does this inflammation come from? Several sources. Poor diet is a big one. Processed foods, fried foods, sugary snacks, and excessive animal fats all fuel the fire. Stress plays a huge role too. When your body is under constant stress, it produces more inflammatory chemicals. Lack of movement makes it worse because your joints were designed to move, to carry you, to bend and stretch. When you don't move, circulation slows down and inflammation builds up. Even dehydration plays a role. Your joints need water like a sponge needs moisture, and without it, they become brittle and irritated. And so the cycle continues. Inflammation causes pain. The pain makes you move less. The lack of movement makes inflammation worse. And before you know it, you're stuck in a downward spiral. But listen to me closely because this is the part I want you to hold on to. You are not powerless. You don't have to accept this cycle as your fate. The key to breaking free from joint pain is to address the inflammation at its root. And how do we do that? By changing the way we fuel and care for our bodies. When you eat foods that are anti-inflammatory, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, minerals, you are literally telling your body, calm down, heal, repair. These foods go to work on the cellular level, reducing the chemicals that inflame your joints and increasing the compounds that soothe and protect them. That's why so much of my work is dedicated to teaching you about natural foods, seeds, nuts, herbs, and spices that can do for your joints what no synthetic pill can truly accomplish in the long term. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you got out of bed in the morning and felt stiff, almost like your body was frozen? That stiffness is inflammation. When you're sitting in a chair and you stand up and your knees feel like they're locked, that's inflammation. When you feel like your body takes 20 minutes to loosen up before you can walk normally, that's inflammation. These aren't just random aches and pains. They are signals your body is screaming out, begging you to listen. Now don't get me wrong, yes, some wear and tear on the joints is part of aging. Cartilage doesn't regenerate as quickly when we're 70 as it did when we were 20. But here's the difference. Inflammation accelerates that wear and tear. Think of it like a fire. A small campfire can keep you warm, but if you throw gasoline on it every day, eventually that fire will destroy everything in its path. Inflammation is the gasoline that speeds up arthritis, cartilage damage, and bone loss. The beautiful part is this, just as inflammation can damage, it can also be reversed, calmed, and controlled. Your body is an incredible healing machine. Even at 60, 70, or 80 years old, it still has the power to repair and regenerate if you give it the right environment. That environment starts with what you put into your body, how you move your body, how you rest your body, and how you manage your stress. So my friends, the next time you hear someone say, oh, you're hurting because you're old, I want you to smile and say, no, I'm hurting because of inflammation, and I can do something about it, because the truth is you can. You can make changes today that will start reducing inflammation in your body tomorrow. You can eat foods that heal instead of foods that harm. You can stretch, walk, and move in ways that keep your joints alive and strong. You can drink more water, get better sleep, and breathe deeply to lower stress hormones. These small daily steps may look simple, but together they're powerful. Remember, your joints are not your enemy. They are your partners in life, carrying you to every experience, every smile, every hug, every adventure. Take care of them by fighting inflammation naturally, and they will reward you with years of movement, strength, and independence. I want to take a few moments to open your eyes to something that so many people overlook, and that's the incredible healing power of seeds. Seeds may look tiny, almost insignificant, but I assure you they are some of the most powerful natural medicines we have on this planet. These little nutritional gems are packed with compounds that can stop inflammation, soothe your aching joints, and restore balance to your body in ways no synthetic drug could ever fully match. Think about it for a moment. Every seed contains the beginning of life. Inside one small seed lies the potential to grow into a massive plant, tree, or crop. All that life force, all those nutrients needed to create something much larger than itself are stored in that tiny package. And when we eat those seeds, we're tapping into that same concentrated energy, nutrients, oils, minerals, antioxidants, all designed by nature to sustain and regenerate life. That's why seeds can be such a game changer, especially for those of us over 60 who are battling pain and inflammation every day. Now, what makes seeds so special for joint health? First, they're loaded with essential fatty acids, particularly omega-3 ces. These healthy fats are like water on a fire. They cool down the flames of inflammation raging inside your body. When you eat seeds like chia, flax, or hemp, you're giving your joints the lubrication they need to move smoothly again. That popping, cracking, grinding feeling you get when your knees bend or when your shoulders rotate often comes from a lack of lubrication and excess inflammation. Seeds help restore that fluidity. But that's just the beginning. Seeds are also dense in minerals that most people over 60 are deficient in: magnesium, calcium, zinc, copper, selenium. These minerals aren't just good for your bones, they're critical for repairing the soft tissues that surround and support your joints. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and prevents painful spasms. Zinc aids in tissue repair. Copper supports collagen formation, which is essential for keeping cartilage strong and flexible. Without these minerals, the body can't rebuild what inflammation has damaged. Seeds are one of nature's richest sources. Seeds are also abundant in antioxidants. You've heard of oxidative stress, the buildup of free radicals that damage your cells over time. Well, oxidative stress is one of the biggest culprits behind aging joints. It breaks down cartilage, weakens ligaments, and fuels even more inflammation. But antioxidants stop that chain reaction in its tracks. They neutralize free radicals and protect your tissues from damage. Sunflower seeds, for example, are rich in vitamin E, one of the most powerful antioxidants for joint health. A handful a day can literally help shield your cartilage from further breakdown. And let's not forget fiber. You might not think fiber has anything to do with your joints, but I promise you it does. Fiber helps control blood sugar, and when your blood sugar is balanced, inflammation stays lower. High spikes in blood sugar, often from eating processed foods or sugary snacks, cause the body to release more inflammatory chemicals. Seeds like chia and flax are packed with soluble fiber, which slows down digestion and keeps your blood sugar stable, protecting your joints in the process. Now here's the best part. Seeds are easy. You don't have to cook elaborate meals or spend hours preparing them. You can sprinkle them over salads, stir them into oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or just eat a small handful as a snack. 1 or 2 tablespoons a day can start shifting the balance inside your body from pro-inflammatory to anti-inflammatory. Over time, this adds up. Less stiffness in the morning, less swelling in the hands and knees, more energy to move, to exercise, to do the things you love. Many people over 60 come to me and say, Dr. Mandell, I've tried everything, pain pills, injections, physical therapy, but nothing seems to work. And my answer is always the same. Your body can't heal if it doesn't have the building blocks to heal with. Seeds provide those building blocks. They don't mask the pain like a pill does. They go deep inside at the cellular level to calm the inflammation and restore balance. That's why they're so powerful. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, can something so small really make that much of a difference? And I'll tell you, yes, it can. Just like a single spark can start a fire, a handful of seeds every day can spark healing in your joints. But here's the key. You have to be consistent. 1 handful of seeds today won't fix decades of inflammation, but make them part of your daily lifestyle, and slowly, steadily, you will notice change. Your pain will lessen, your flexibility will improve, and your body will thank you. Remember, medicine doesn't always come in a prescription bottle. Sometimes it comes in the form of the simplest, most natural foods that humans have been eating for thousands of years. Seeds are not a new discovery. Ancient civilizations used them for healing, strength, and longevity. We've just forgotten their value in our modern world of quick fixes and processed junk. So my friends, I encourage you, don't underestimate the power of seeds. These tiny gifts from nature are packed with everything your joints are crying out for. Make them a daily habit. Let them nourish you, heal you, and bring back the mobility and vitality you deserve. You are never too old to turn things around. You are never too old to give your body what it needs to thrive. Your health is your wealth, and seeds are one of the best investments you can make. Start today, stay consistent, and watch how your body begins to change. Your joints will thank you. Your energy will rise. Your quality of life will improve. And you'll realize that the power to heal has been in your hands and in these little seeds all along. So I want to take you deeper into something truly exciting, and that is the specific seeds that can change your life when it comes to joint pain and inflammation. These aren't just ordinary foods you find in your pantry. These are nature's medicines designed to heal, protect, and restore balance in your body. Each seed carries its own unique combination of nutrients, oils, and compounds that target inflammation, rebuild tissues, and bring relief to painful, stiff joints. And the best part, they're safe, natural, and available to every one of us. Let's start with chia seeds. These tiny black seeds have been used for centuries by ancient cultures for strength and endurance. Chia seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, and omega-3Cs are the body's natural anti-inflammatories. They help reduce swelling, calm down irritated tissues, and lubricate the joints so they move more smoothly. When you eat chia seeds, they expand in liquid, forming a gel-like substance. This gel works wonders in your digestive system, helping to reduce inflammation in the gut as well, which is where a lot of chronic inflammation begins. Less inflammation in the gut means less inflammation in the joints. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds daily, added to your water, smoothies, or oatmeal, can start making a noticeable difference in the way your joints feel. Next, we have flax seeds. Flax seeds are often called one of nature's best foods for arthritis and joint pain. They contain alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, another form of omega-3, along with lignans, powerful plant compounds that fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is what breaks down cartilage and accelerates joint aging. Flax seeds act like a shield, slowing that process down and giving your joints a chance to repair. But here's something important. Flax seeds should be ground before eating because the hard outer shell is difficult for the body to digest. When ground, you unlock their nutrients, making it easy for your body to absorb all those joint healing benefits. Sprinkle a tablespoon of ground flaxseed on your yogurt, soups, or even baked goods, and you're giving your joints daily nourishment. Let's move on to sesame seeds. These seeds may be tiny, but they are one of the richest sources of copper, a mineral that's crucial for joint health. Copper plays a role in collagen formation, the protein that keeps cartilage flexible and strong. Without enough collagen, joints become stiff and brittle. Sesame seeds also contain calcium and magnesium, which strengthen bones and reduce muscle tension around the joints. In fact, ancient medicine systems like Ayurveda have used sesame seeds for centuries as a natural treatment for joint pain and arthritis. Try adding them to stir fries, salads, or even blending tahini, sesame seed paste into your meals. It's delicious and therapeutic at the same time. Now let's talk about pumpkin seeds. These little green seeds are nutritional powerhouses. They're high in magnesium, which helps relax tight muscles and nerves around the joints. They're rich in zinc, which plays a critical role in tissue repair and regeneration. They're also loaded with antioxidants that fight the free radicals damaging your cartilage. But pumpkin seeds go beyond just joint health. They also help with prostate health, heart health, and improving sleep. A small handful of pumpkin seeds every day can be one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you adopt for your overall health and your joints. And finally, sunflower seeds. These seeds are especially rich in vitamin E, one of the most potent antioxidants for protecting cartilage and reducing inflammation. Vitamin E acts like a shield for your joints, preventing oxidative stress from breaking them down further. Sunflower seeds also provide selenium, another mineral that lowers inflammatory markers in the body. Many people who suffer from arthritis have lower selenium levels, and sunflower seeds are a delicious, easy way to restore that balance. Add them to salads, granola, or enjoy them as a crunchy snack instead of processed chips. So my friends, when you look at chia, flax, sesame, pumpkin, and sunflower seeds, what you're really seeing is a natural pharmacy created by nature itself. Each of these seeds works in its own unique way to calm inflammation, rebuild cartilage, strengthen bones, and restore mobility. They don't just mask pain like medications do. They address the root of the problem and give your body the tools it needs to repair itself. But here's the key: consistency. You can't just sprinkle seeds on your salad once in a while and expect miracles. Healing takes time. Just as inflammation builds up slowly over years, reducing it and repairing damage also takes time. Make these seeds a daily habit. Rotate them, combine them, enjoy them in different meals. Over weeks and months, you will notice the difference. Less stiffness in the morning, less swelling in your knees and hands, more energy to move freely. I want you to understand something very clearly. You are not powerless against joint pain. These seeds are proof that your body still has the ability to heal no matter your age. The nutrients, minerals, and healthy fats in these seeds go straight into your cells, feeding them, repairing them, and bringing new life to tissues that may have felt worn out and hopeless. Remember, your joints are the foundation of your mobility. They carry you through every step of your day, every hug, every walk, every moment with your loved ones. Don't neglect them, give them what they need, and they will give back to you freedom, strength, and independence. So next time you see a bag of seeds sitting on the shelf, don't just think of them as snacks. See them for what they truly are: tiny healers, nature's gift, waiting to help you move through life with less pain and more vitality. And when you start making them a part of your lifestyle, you'll realize that something so small can create such a powerful change in your life. I want to share something that may seem so simple, but it can truly change your life, especially if you're over 60 and struggling with joint pain, stiffness, or inflammation, and that is the daily inclusion of seeds in your diet. You see, it's not enough to just know that seeds are good for you. It's not enough to occasionally sprinkle a few on your salad or add them to a recipe once in a while. The real magic happens when you make seeds part of your daily lifestyle. That's when your body begins to repair, when the inflammation begins to calm, and when you start feeling younger and stronger again. Let me explain why consistency is so important. Your body is constantly renewing itself. Cells in your joints, your cartilage, your muscles, and even your bones are in a cycle of breakdown and repair. Now, as we get older, that repair process slows down, but it doesn't stop. Your body is always trying to heal itself. The problem is most people never give their bodies the right fuel, the right building blocks to complete that repair. It's like trying to build a house without bricks or trying to repair a car without the right tools. Seeds provide those tools. Seeds provide the exact raw materials your joints are crying out for. Omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds. When you eat seeds every day, you're feeding your joints directly. Think of chia seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds as little repair kits. Each one contains something unique that your body needs to heal. Chia and flax bring omega-3 seeds that calm inflammation. Sesame brings copper and calcium that strengthen cartilage and bone. Pumpkin seeds provide magnesium and zinc that help relax muscles and regenerate tissue. Sunflower seeds deliver vitamin E that protects cartilage from oxidative damage. When you consume them consistently day after day, you're sending a constant stream of healing nutrients into your body. And that consistency is what allows your joints to repair over time. Now, I want you to think about what happens when you don't stay consistent. Let's say you eat seeds once in a while, maybe on Monday, then again on Friday, then maybe not at all the next week. That's like watering a plant only once every few days. The soil dries out, the plant struggles, and eventually it begins to wither. But water that plant every day and it thrives. Your joints are the same way. They need nourishment every single day to fight inflammation and rebuild. Sporadic effort will only give you sporadic results. Daily effort will give you transformation. And here's the good news, it doesn't take much. You don't need a huge bowl of seeds every day. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons added to your meals can make a world of difference. Stir chia or flax into your morning smoothie. Sprinkle sesame seeds on your vegetables. Snack on pumpkin or sunflower seeds instead of chips. Mix seeds into your oatmeal, your soups, even your yogurt. It doesn't have to be complicated. What matters is that it's consistent. Now let's talk about what happens inside your body when you make this a habit. Over the first few weeks, you might notice small changes, less bloating, maybe a little more energy, and a slight decrease in morning stiffness. As weeks turn into months, those benefits compound. Inflammation markers in your body begin to drop, your blood becomes less sticky, improving circulation to the joints. The muscles surrounding your joints start relaxing, reducing pressure on your knees, hips, and back. Cartilage breakdown slows down, giving your body a chance to repair what's been damaged, and as the inflammation calms, the pain begins to fade. Movements that once felt heavy and stiff start to feel smoother, lighter, freer. Imagine waking up in the morning and standing up without that sharp jolt of knee pain. Imagine walking upstairs without grabbing the railing. Imagine reaching overhead or bending down without that constant nagging discomfort. That is the power of consistency. Seeds may be small, but their effects are massive when you allow them to work day after day. And let's not forget, the benefits go beyond just the joints. Seeds improve heart health, balance blood sugar, support brain function, and even help you sleep better. All of these improvements also circle back to your joints because when your whole body is healthier, your joints feel the difference. Everything is connected. Now, some of you might be thinking, Dr. Mandell, I'm already in pain every day. Is it too late for me? My answer is absolutely not. It is never too late to give your body the nutrition it needs to heal. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 80 years old, your body still has the ability to repair, to rebuild, and to grow stronger. The only question is whether you will give it the chance. Remember, medications can mask the pain, but they don't solve the problem. Injections may give you temporary relief, but they don't rebuild your joints. Seeds, on the other hand, are working at the root cause. They're calming the fire of inflammation, they're strengthening the foundation of your joints, and they're supporting long-term healing. So my friends, I encourage you, don't wait until the pain gets worse. Don't wait until walking becomes a struggle or until you're told surgery is your only option. Start today. Add seeds into your daily routine. Make them part of your lifestyle. Do it for your joints, your bones, your muscles, and your future. Every small handful of seeds is a step toward less pain and more freedom. Every spoonful you add to your meals is a vote for your health, your mobility, your independence. And when you stay consistent, your body will reward you in ways you can't even imagine right now. Your health is your wealth. Protect it, nourish it, and give your body the tools it needs to thrive. Seeds are small, but they are mighty. Start today, stay consistent, and watch as your body begins to transform. I want to speak with you from the heart about something that I believe is one of the greatest truths when it comes to your health, and that is this: the best medicine for your body is not found in a pill, an injection, or a prescription pad. The best medicine is food, real, natural, healing food, the kind your body was designed to use from the very beginning. Now, don't get me wrong. Modern medicine has its place. If you break a bone, you need a doctor. If you have an infection, antibiotics may save your life. But when it comes to chronic conditions like joint pain, arthritis, and inflammation, medicine is often used as a bandage. Pain pills numb the pain for a few hours, but they don't repair the damage. Anti-inflammatories might reduce swelling temporarily, but they don't stop the underlying cause. Injections may provide relief, but the effect wears off, and sometimes you're left worse than before. What I want you to see is that food works differently. Food doesn't mask symptoms. It gives your body the raw materials it needs to heal from within. Every cell in your body, every piece of cartilage, every ligament, every joint structure is built from the nutrients you put in your mouth. If you feed your body processed foods loaded with sugars, unhealthy oils, and chemicals, you're giving it the wrong building blocks. Your joints can't repair with junk. But when you give your body anti-inflammatory foods, seeds, nuts, vegetables, fruits, herbs, and spices, you're giving it the exact tools it needs to calm inflammation, rebuild tissue, and restore function. Think of it this way. If your car engine is failing, you can pour in a thick oil to quiet the noise for a little while. But if you don't actually replace the parts and give it the right fuel, the problem will get worse. That's what medications do. They quiet the noise without fixing the engine. But food is the mechanic that gets inside, replaces the broken parts, and keeps the engine running smoothly for years to come. Seeds are a perfect example of this principle. When you eat chia seeds or flax seeds, you're delivering omega-3 fatty acids that directly lower inflammation in your joints. That's medicine. When you eat sesame seeds, you're giving your body copper and calcium that help rebuild cartilage and bone. That's medicine. When you snack on pumpkin or sunflower seeds, you're giving yourself magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E that repair tissues and protect them from further damage. That's medicine. But this medicine doesn't come from a pharmacy. It comes straight from nature in the exact form your body recognizes and knows how to use. And here's the beautiful part. There are no dangerous side effects. Think about it. How many commercials have you seen for medications where half the ad is a list of potential side effects? May cause stomach bleeding, may damage your liver, may increase your risk of heart attack or stroke. We've normalized this, but that doesn't make it right. Seeds and natural foods don't come with that baggage. When you eat them daily, the side effects you experience are positive: better energy, clearer thinking, improved digestion, stronger immunity, and healthier joints. I want to remind you, your body is intelligent. It knows how to heal itself if you give it what it needs. Every time you choose a handful of seeds instead of a handful of chips, you're making a decision to support that healing process. Every time you choose natural food over processed food, you're casting a vote for your future health. These choices may seem small, but they add up over weeks and months. They create powerful, lasting changes in the way you feel and move. Some people say, but Dr. Mandell, food is so simple. Can it really make that big of a difference? And my answer is always yes. Simplicity is the beauty of it. Nature designed food to nourish us in ways we can't fully replicate in a lab. We can't bottle the synergy of all the compounds in seeds, vegetables, and fruits. We can't create a pill that perfectly mimics the way natural food interacts with our cells. That's why the most powerful medicine has always been and will always be what you eat. Let me share this with you. I've seen countless patients who thought they had no hope left. They had been told surgery was their only option or that they would be on medications for the rest of their lives. But when they began making small, consistent changes in their diet, adding healing foods, cutting out processed junk, the transformation was remarkable. Pain levels dropped, inflammation markers decreased, mobility improved, energy returned. That wasn't because of some miracle pill. It was because they gave their bodies real food the way nature intended. So my friends, don't underestimate the power of what's on your plate. Every bite you take is either feeding disease or fighting it. Every meal is an opportunity to either increase inflammation or decrease it. Every day you choose seeds, nuts, vegetables, and natural whole foods, you are choosing health over sickness, healing over pain, and vitality over decline. You are not destined to suffer just because you're over 60. Joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation are not inevitable parts of aging. They are consequences of choices and habits that can be changed. And one of the most powerful changes you can make is to see food as your medicine. Your health is your greatest wealth. Protect it with natural foods. Nourish it with seeds. Restore it with the healing power of nature. You'll find that what you thought was impossible, less pain, more movement, greater freedom, is not only possible, but absolutely within your reach.